Hello and welcome to this lesson. Today we are going to talk about how you can create an HTML file. And the great thing about creating an HTML file is that you don't need a server, you don't need a domain name, you don't need hosting or any of that to create an HTML file and to test it. You can just do it on your computer like the way I'm going to show you now. Later on, if you want to deploy your website to the web, of course you will need a domain name and a hosting, but in the beginning, for creating an HTML file, your file just have to have .html extension, and you're just simply running the file on your browser. We are going to create a file with .html extension, and we are going to run it directly into our browser. So index.html is the root and the home page of every website. This is by default. This can be changed by options, but by default index.html is going to run the home page of every website. So let's create our HTML file right now. So I'm going to create a folder on my desktop, which is going to be called HTML, and inside of the folder I'm going to create a new text document, which is going to be called index.html. It's asking me if I want to change the extension name. I click yes, and you see now that the icon here is the Google Chrome browser icon, because this is my default browser. If your default browser is Edge, for example, it's going to be with the Edge icon here. And one problem you may have here is that you don't see the extension after the file name, so you don't see the .html extension. And if that's the case with you, you need to click here on View. After that, on Options, and change folder and search options. After that, click on View again, scroll down a bit, and make sure that this section right here, hide extension for known file types, is unchecked, because if it's checked, I will see only the name of the file, which is index. I'm not seeing the extension. And if I want to create text document, let's delete this one first, and index.html. Now this is not working, because after the .html there is .txt, which I'm not seeing. But if I click on View, Options, change folder and search options, View again, and unselect this, hide extension for known file types. Now I can see the extension, and if I delete this one, I will only have index.html, exactly what I want. And this is how you create your HTML file. And now what we want to do is to double click on the file and click Open with Sublime Text. And this will open our HTML file into our text editor. And the other way to open this file with the Sublime Text is to click here, File, Open File, and click on the file and open it. And first let me show you that if I double click on our HTML file, it's going to open it in the Google Chrome browser. And if you want to change something in this file, we are going to write it here in our text editor. And what I want you to do right now is to write hello world here and save this. You can do it by Control and S, which is faster, or click on File and Save. But I'm suggesting just press on your keyboard Control and S, and this is going to save the file. And if we open the file right now, you will see that in our browser we have hello world. So even if we don't have any HTML tags, we just write something in our text editor, it's going to appear in our browser. So congratulations, you have just created your first HTML file with your first hello world in it.